AI is coming for video games, and Steam or Valve wants to do something what I think is quite good. They want to add a made with AI label, or made with the help of AI label, something like that. They want to label games that involve AI in the creation process, which I think is a good thing. How could someone possibly disagree with that? Well. Tim Sweeney the Weenie seems to disagree with that, saying that such a label is useless because in the future every developer studio will use AI to create their video games. And I can see the point that AI will be more prevalent in the future. However, I do not think that every studio will use AI. Not every game developer studio will use AI. There will still be people out there that will not use that, because that alone in the future, if AI becomes more prevalent, will be something unique. It would be a unique trait for a video game. That's why not every studio will use AI in their process to make a video game. Now, this has sparked quite a debate, not like crazy. It's not that people are insulting one or another just because this debate exists, but it is quite an interesting debate in my opinion. Generative AI in general is a pretty sensitive topic, and I can absolutely understand why it's sensitive for a lot of people, but let's just talk about it a bit more. Now, the thing is, this made with AI label wouldn't technically mean the same for every single game. There will be games that will use generative AI to import images and animations into the game, so basically taking all the artistic work away, and there will be games who maybe, I don't know, use AI to, for example, help with language barriers or translation, or I don't know, maybe making sentences more cohesive and stuff like that. Now, for example, that I think a lot of people wouldn't mind. I don't think a lot of people will mind a translation for their language just because it's made by AI. Now I get that, okay, you can still have a human do that, but let's just say you want like 16 different languages done in a short amount of time. AI is just faster. Let's just face it, AI would be faster in that case. I get that it's not cool that we wouldn't pay a human to do that, or a human team to do that, but AI is just faster. By the way, my cat is cleaning himself. Don't mind him, okay? He's cute, I know, but don't mind him, okay? Listen to what I have to say. I'm the important guy now, okay? So basically, this whole conversation is very interesting to me because, again, the creative process of making a video game and with the help of AI will be something different for every single studio that uses AI. You cannot just say it's one thing and one thing only. Not every studio will use only AI to produce their video games. That will just not happen. Like, a lot of artists still want to show their passion and creativity by actually making the game. You know, I can see people use AI to, for example, do coding stuff, because coding stuff has one simple task at the end or one simple result at the end, which cannot be influenced by a human drawing stuff or their creative vision. You know, a code simply executes something. I can see that, for example, but still people want to know, and I think that's fair. I think that's completely fair. People want to know what was done with AI and what was not, and I think people absolutely have the right to know that. Now, some comparisons I've seen from some news articles are that people compare it to like food, and for example, food should list the ingredients. Not having this made by AI filter or tag would be like not listing ingredients for some food, and people deserve to know what is inside the food products they buy. Now, to be fair, food is a bit different here. I don't think food is a good comparison, because not listing the ingredients or not knowing the ingredients of a food product can possibly cause harm, while spending money on a game that was made with AI, I mean, it's not harmful in that way that it threatens your body or something like that. That is just simply not the case. Now, some better comparisons that I saw online were, for example, people comparing it to technology. You deserve to know how your product was produced. That is just very simple. You deserve to know that. Or when you buy clothes, you deserve to know how the clothes were made. If they were made with child labor or not, or what the material is or not. You deserve to know that. And I very much agree. You deserve to know what has been done with AI and what has not been done with AI. Now, I can see people maybe disagreeing, saying that, taking the stance of Tim Sweeney here, saying that, yeah, but everyone will use AI in some way. And again, yes, I agree, but this made by AI tag or filter can of course be expanded. Doesn't it just have to be this was made with the help of AI? You can also clarify what has been made with AI. Now, again, I absolutely do not like generative AI in the sense that it doesn't reward the original artists. It has a lot of ethical issues. It can cause environmental damage. Now, what AI is mostly used for right now, if you look at the two big cases in this year, which is Arc Raiders and Call of Duty Black Ops 7, is to help the creative team with actually making the game. Now, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is kind of a lame example here. I wouldn't call that help. They literally slopified the game a bit by literally using generated images, which they could have just done normally, like they always did. But Arc Raiders, for example, had a backlash for using animations and the text-to-speech system, as far as I'm aware, which I think is a bit weird. Now, I get the animation part, but I don't really get the text-to-speech system part. Again, that is more like code, which just does something where I wouldn't mind it. I personally wouldn't mind the code being done with AI if it works. If it doesn't work, of course, that's shit. If it doesn't work, that's shitty. But again, at the end of the day, I want a good time. I want a good time with a video game. If the code was made by AI or not, do I really care? As long as I have fun playing the game, I probably, again, we don't have that case now, or for now, but I probably wouldn't care. I probably wouldn't care. I'm not saying I won't. Probably wouldn't care. Because I want fun. I want fun. And if a game has been made with AI is giving me a good time, then it's giving me a good time. Now, is that the case right now? Absolutely not. Most games made with AI are pretty shit. They first off don't work. They look like ass. They play like ass. I still don't think developer studios will just use AI for everything. I don't think that's the case. Again, artists having a job and putting passion and creativity into their work is what makes art so special. So yeah, I think this label, made with AI, made by AI, made with the help of AI, is important. I think it is important. Again, I think they should make a advanced version of that, basically saying like this was done with AI. And then you have a checklist, because people deserve to know. People simply deserve to know what has been done with AI, if AI was even used at all. We still are at the point where there are a lot of studios just not using AI at all. We are at that point. However, in the future, I think a lot of people or a lot of studios will use AI. I see the point Sweeney is trying to make, but I still think the label is important because people deserve to know. Not everything will be done with AI. That's just the case. If we get to that future again, we will not have a lot of good video games left. Video games will just dry out very quickly because we will have an abundance of video games. We already have an abundance of video games. There are so many video games to play. Imagine like every studio being able to create a Deltarune or Undertale clone within mere hours, days, weeks. That's insane. Sweeney said that in the future, small teams will be able to create games on the scale of Breath of the Wild. I don't think that's the case. Even in a few years, I think this will probably take a lot longer than just a few years, because for that, AI would need to evolve rapidly. So I don't think this development that Sweeney sees will be happening in a few years or soon, as he said. It will take a while. It will take a while till everyone uses AI in some way. I think we are safe for now. We probably won't be safe in the future, though. Again, I still think people deserve to know what has been made with AI and what has not been made with AI, because I think it's a very it's just a very important clarification to make. People deserve to know. It's just that simple. People deserve to know. Sweeney tried to counterplay that argument by saying people also want to know what shampoo the developers use. No, we don't give a shit about that, but we deserve to know what part has been made with AI and what not, because some people will want to make conscious financial decisions while keeping that in mind. Some people do not want to support AI work, and especially generated AI images, a lot of people do not want to support. Again, I think there's a spectrum here where it's like translations and probably like making sentences more cohesive. Most people will be fine with. I think everyone almost will be fine with that. But generated AI images, people will not be fine with that. Most people will not support something like that. That's why Black Ops 7 got that backlash, because they just plainly used generated AI images, which is bad. You could have just had an artist. Brother, you're a AAA game that charges $80. You can't afford artists. So yeah, and then things will be in between. I don't know, maybe like code, maybe will be like somewhere on the, like a bit farther into the spectrum, but not as bad as generated AI images, at least from how I see it. That would be like my personal view. But again, I think it's not just black and white. I think I would just like to have this filter in an advanced version where you can see what exactly has been made with the help of AI. Maybe some people only use the help of AI to generate thought processes. That could also be the case. Will some people still blame that? Yes, but I don't think most people will mind that. Like helping your boost the creativity by getting some dialogue prompts that you can test out, or testing out a voice or a speech system. I don't think people will mind that at all, or most people won't. But anyway, that's really all I wanted to see. So yeah, we deserve to know. I think we deserve to know. I think Valve is on the right path here. I can kind of understand Sweeney's point, but I don't think it's unnecessary at all. I think it is necessary. I would like to have it. Anyway, that's it for today's yapping session. Have a good day. Bye.